Namaste. Thank you for clicking. This is a timeless tarot oracle reading just for you. This message found you for a reason. Let's dive in and start with a Lightworker oracle card for you. I call on the guidance that loves me unconditionally. Please help me with a clear, accurate, and helpful reading. Give me the information that I most need to know and that will help me most now. Thank you, and so be it. Thank you. Past life activation and invitation to connect. You're being contacted by forces that are not conscious to you. They dwell deep in your subconscious mind. And they are requesting that you take time to peek deep into this inner wisdom that you hold, that all beings hold in their heart. And these beings are countless. You can find them anywhere, especially in environments that are very loving, conducive to the act of unconditional love. And you are developing and evolving your perceptions, your senses in the physical dimension so that you can recognize and refine these dimensions of the higher mind. And Spirit knows all, and you are very sensitive to understanding these messages. I do have a message from Archangel Gabriel, hearing guidance on top of this. So you are very connected to hearing messages, to sensing them, and that might generate some fear. I will gather more information regarding the fear here in a moment, after I continue unraveling this mystery in your soul. There's a mystery, and I think that's what it is. It's the unknown. It's the door that hasn't been opened, or maybe it's the door that you've been struggling to open. Here's the invocation. As a member of the human race, through my own free will and for the greatest good, I call upon all beings that resonate with the quality of unconditional love and spiritual enlightenment, who wish to assist humanity and Earth to evolve on the path of divine love. I ask for the unconditionally loving ascended masters that serve Christ consciousness to be the gateway through which permission is confirmed for these beings to enter Earth's field and assist humanity according to divine will, grace, and love. May all beings be happy and free. So be it. Past life activation. We're talking incarnation, numerous lifetimes that you've lived. Be prepared, for your self-awareness and soul connection is expanding. It is expanding. And it's about being a student in the spiritual realm of humanity. Your soul has a greater purpose and has learned numerous lessons at these previous lifelines. And once a lesson is learned, there is no need to continue to attract certain patterns in your life and relationships. You are close to the closure of a long-term cycle, having almost integrated an important lesson that can free you from needing to repeat past pain. The Oracle of Past Life activation signifies that the life struggles you are currently dealing with are your soul's way of continuing your spiritual mission. I think that's what might have been drawing some fear, is this triggering release. It's hard to let go, especially when you are talented at perceiving and understanding psychic phenomenon. When a past life talent is rising into consciousness from the depths of your being, it will be coded in the pain of the past. And here's the invocation. I consciously embrace the soul process that links past, present, and future through divine grace. I ask my unconditionally loving spiritual teams to support soul activation of past life gifts and qualities that will best serve the sacred fruition of my soul's higher purpose. I ask for healing assistance from the higher beings that love me unconditionally to release conditioning and resistance to the expression of these qualities for the greater good. I ask for inspiration and guidance to help me master my soul's lessons and attain sufficient awareness to bring active karmic cycles to joyful and peaceful closure. May all beings receive their full divine inheritance with mercy and grace. Through my own free will, so be it. So what's a way that you can come out of the fear in these karmic cycles? Thank you. Six of Swords. Healing journeys. It's saying that it requires time and effort. And maybe that's what you are unwilling to give up, is the time and effort to connect with these loving and infinite beings of light, so that you can transition into a more harmonious form of life. Any guidance that you can provide for me about this karmic cycle? Thank you. 5 of Pentacles. It's something you have to do by yourself. And it's not something to fear, because it will help you transition into this new phase of life that you're looking for. You're looking to enter a new phase of life that is not as tough on your heart. It is a difficult journey. It's not easy, but it doesn't have to be painful, so that you can let go of any forms of darkness. Ace of Swords. Ooh. Speaking your truth. My throat has been blocked up for a little bit. Ace of Swords. To honoring your truth, honoring your abilities. I think, once you move through this time of transition, connect with these higher beings of light and put these karmic cycles to rest, you will break through and feel a new sense of power, a new sense of, I see a revelation. I see, a breakthrough. And it all starts with your breathing, allowing the awareness of your breath to fill your body with the pressure of life, without it being overbearing, allowing that pressure to be loving rather than harmful, rather than oppressive. I guess, let's see. I want a timeline. I know it seems that there might not be a logical pathway for you to go down. You do have set activities that help you ground and heal. However, there's something that you should introduce into your routine that will help you transition these cycles. And bring them to a complete end. And it all starts with taking action. You have to put one foot in front of the other. You have to take these imaginings, these fantasies, these ideas of what you would like your life to be, and move it into your eyes, mind, and take action to make movement. Make the movement happen. And it's just you and spirit. That's what I'm seeing. It's just you and spirit. It's you and the divine loved ones. All of this information being gestated in your soul is between you and the higher sources of light. How long of a process will this be before you enter the next phase? Thank you. The Emperor. I see it's going to be something you require upon a lifetime. Building a foundation. Working hard to bring these ideas to life. And keeping the work that you do in between you and spirit. All of the work you do, all of the time that you spend away from others, away from people who would love to see you in action, helps you gain momentum and to establish the routine, this foundation, permanently. And now Kuan Yin would like to provide some soul guidance. Let your world spin on its axis, twisting and turning the spiral of life. And taking time to set a point and ground on it. All that is needed for you to handle any change with relative peace of mind is to find one point of connection to the earth, one point of focus and grounding. It may be your spiritual practice, morning walk, daily prayer, or yoga class. It may be your time to dance each evening or meditate, to do an oracle card reading, or simply sit quietly with a cup of tea and reflect upon what you are grateful for in that moment. Yes, that's exactly what this message needed. You're called to engage in a spiritual practice in movement, mindful movement practices, and a daily prayer. Yoga is also essential. This oracle brings a message that great change will be upon you, and in due course, whatever happens to be one way will likely appear to be quite the other way. If you are struggling, let go. Life is happening. Don't worry about how it will work out, and learn to find one simple way to be grounded whilst all is in disarray. This is how change happens. The form of something becomes loosened and the energy of life itself is freed, so a new form can be created. Sometimes you'll feel as though you have been tipped upside down and pulled inside out. But here is a secret. If you don't try to control it, and you realize you don't have to be afraid, you may actually come to enjoy it. Yes, I think that's the key here, is learning how to enjoy it instead of controlling it, instead of being afraid. To release darkness. So is this speaking upon yoga? I practice yoga, and I think that it's essential to share this wisdom with all. Is the collective, is the individual here being called to start a yoga practice? Page of Wands. Yes! You are encouraged to start a yoga practice. A very, not disciplined, as in you have to do the hardest yoga flow ever, but making it routine every day. And it'll help you feel refreshed, especially during moments whenever you feel like the world is in disarray, that you're in disarray. Thank you for that confirmation. And if you already have a yoga practice, like in your routine, you're called to ground in other ways, gentle ways. Blue Mother, Yellow Mountain, Gibbous Moon. And at the bottom, Sisters of the Spring Swallow, Good Fortune Granted. Maybe it's reading family members' oracles. I see that as a possibility. Opening up that horizon for a younger crowd. Seeing it in action. The oracle of Blue Mother, Yellow Mountain, Gibbous Moon brings an assurance of the success of the soul. The unfolding manifestation of the soul's purpose. Excuse me, there's lots of reading to be done on these oracle cards. It's about attachment, letting go of attachment, the ego, and manifestation. You could describe the process, what happens when ego attachment is dislodged is that the desire is actually able to come to life, and the very thing the ego feels it is losing is what actually starts to come into being. The form that the manifestation takes may be different to what was once desired, or very similar. Oh yes, this is an extended reading. This one is this is many pages long. So if you have the time, ability, find this somewhere and read it. And Sisters of the Spring Swallow, good fortune granted. Well, actually, let me read the little intro for Blue Mother, Yellow Mountain, Gibbous Moon. I travel upon the path of grace over sacred earth. The echo of ancient prayers sound forth from the holy Yellow Mountain. The moon shall soon be full, filling the darkness with light. Victory shall soon be upon you, and the hope that I ignite in your heart shall swiftly become the joy of your celebration. Be serene, my wild, divine beloved. Be peaceful, whilst the power of heaven and earth become the celestial horses, driving the chariot of your soul to its divine destiny. And this is the reading for Sisters of the Spring Swallow, good fortune granted. I understand that for life to flourish, there must be winter. How can life happen if there is not time enough for rest, for germination? There must be adequate preparation time for the energy within the seed to break open boldly. Pushing roots down into the earth, and the sprout up to the surface, breaking through the soil and reaching towards the sun. Yes, the wisdom of winter has its place, as does the wisdom of spring, that time when new life flourishes. It is not the full light of summer, nor the harvest time of autumn, but it is an important phase of the life cycle, for without it, those two seasons could not happen either. Springtime is upon you now, beloved. It is a time for hope, new life, and fresh starts. What has been cut back is now going to spring forwards into life. Enjoy my gift of springtime in your soul. My gift of disarray, of the chaos where all seems upside down and inside out, is an offering to your soul in response to your deepest heartfelt prayers. There are times when change is needed in order for a certain dream to manifest. It may be too much for you to go through that change voluntarily. Too great is your fear of loss or attachment to your known world. Too radical is the transformation that is needed to support the manifestation of your dreams. Yet your heart aches for healing, freedom, and true expression. I answer your prayers with what is needed to bring them to fruition. Sometimes that means life will appear to be messy for a time, but know that this is nothing to fear. Tumultuous though it may appear at first, soon it will take shape into a loving new form, gifted to you from me, your Divine Mother, who loves you without condition. Does Kuan Yin have any other messages for the collective? Or should I move on to the next one? Should I move on to the next oracle, or should I stay with Kuan Yin? Does Kuan Yin have another message for you? Yes, the star. She does have another message for you. And she hopes that it fills you with hope, with positivity, so you can attract these beings of light. Lady of Lhasa descends. All right, I have a few notes here. It looks like there is that journey I was speaking of is something you will have to commit yourself to. You've endured enough perilous adventures, and it's time for you to relax into her descent, blessing you with comfort regarding any matter of concern. How hard you have been working. You have accomplished so much by your own efforts. You are on a path to me, a path that at times seems difficult and perhaps even dangerous. Yet, in order to reach me, you are willing to take the journey. You have shown your commitment. Your refusal to turn back, even when much is asked of you. I see some of the pearls that lie before you, and I see that it is not necessary for you to endure them. So I come to you. No longer do you need to seek. I bring to you what you have been seeking. Oh. This throat chakra is trying to relay so many messages at this time. And it's something you'll have to do every day. To teach your mind, to train your mind. Something that you do 24/7. Okay, I think we're ready to move on to the next portion of your reading. And I'll call upon the white light to scan the ecstatic frequencies that are unseen and unheard. In this sacred space, there is only love, wisdom, healing, grace, and the purest white light. All else departs through divine protection, healing, and grace. In this sacred space, new understanding can emerge for the greatest good. There is always a loving way through any issue. May the solutions and healing that bring happiness and freedom be shown now for the spiritual benefit of all beings. So be it. It almost seems like my messages are being blocked by something in your field. Something, I just feel like a lot of distractions around me. And that might be how you feel whenever you are trying to balance yourself, whenever you're trying to figure out what the next step is. It can be quite chaotic whenever you don't bring a bit of mindfulness into your everyday life. In Tantra of 639 Hertz is telling me that an integration is needed, time to integrate these divine masculine and feminine energies. And to feel reassured by it, so that you can clear up space for your next activity. it's like wild. I see so many distractions around you. It's absolutely wild. Oh, wow. And the biggest distraction is, to most people these days, the phone. Oh yes, Dvarapatra. The phone. I don't remember what Dvarapatra means. I feel like it's something about a chalice. The Holy Grail. Dvara is Sanskrit for a pathway, an opening or portal, a doorway, or even a means or method. The Oracle of Dvarapatra indicates the way for your deepest fulfillment is via the receptive faculty of the sacred feminine. Out of confusion, a clear and progressive pathway is opening up for you. It is an auspicious time to give generously of yourself to others, enriching the quality of your connections, expressing spiritual blessings of goodwill and encouragement from your heart. A powerful blessing is entering your world. A prayer is now being answered in a beautiful way. Spirit gives freely and generously of all good things, and the task of humanity is to learn how to receive. The key to receiving is an open, surrendered, generous, and trusting heart. Hertz evokes unity. It clears and strengthens the energy flow through the inner systems of the body, promoting cellular renewal. Be open to that which seems unfamiliar or different. You will experience a breakthrough as you embrace an unusual approach. You are on a soul path of accelerated spiritual growth, which is swifter but not always easier. You do not have to contrive your own happiness, but you can dip into the bliss within your body to lighten your mental state and remind yourself that everything is working out beautifully. Perfume of Sophia. And it might seem like these pathways are unseen by you, but just follow your intuition. Follow your dreams. Follow the guidance. There is always guidance. Sacred scar. follow your own intuitions and set set the standards, set your intention to be a role model. That's what I see. You're meant to be aren't meant to be, you already are an excellent role model in what you do. And whenever you make changes, Eight of Wands, changes that others aren't expecting, it can generate people being like just wondering, what are you doing? You're doing that? Yes. Confidence. Having confidence in your ability to make decisions. Because people look up to you. And the key is to not let it get to your head. You haven't let it get to your head, inflating that ego. Because you fill your own cup. Thank you. The Devil, yes, letting go of knowing how powerful you are, because being excessive with your ego can be jarring to your higher self. And just using it as inner strength. Strength and Seven of Wands. Firmly rooting yourself in your position, in your practice, and setting the example. Setting the example. Spirit of Water. Making it look as natural as the waves of an ocean. But knowing that it takes a lot of, not every wave looks the same. The sand, oh man, Spirit of Water. I don't have any readings for this, I'm just taking it as it is. Spirit of Water. Tracker. I think it's the polar opposites here. Not literally, but just in this reading. Letting it flow naturally, taking your pathways naturally, and you carve it into a canyon, rather than the lists, do this, do that, and making it conditional. Make it unconditional. The lists. Yes, storyteller. Seems like you have a lot of experience working with the lists. I just keep hearing like just a list. Lists are helpful for business and for getting work done, accomplishing goals for business, but as far as spiritual enlightenment, they're not that helpful. You can maybe jot some notes down, but it's between you and the great mystery of life where you get the work done, where you start to see the changes happening. Vision quest. And seeing yourself through the eyes of spirit, through the eyes of the numerous enlightened ones, through the eyes of karma. Thank you for still being here if you are still watching. I know this is an extended reading, and I've covered a lot. I feel like I kind of grazed over the white light reading. Oh yes, an anapausis came out from the white light, healing injury. Especially spiritual healing. It can't be done through a list. I mean, maybe you go to a doctor, take the prescription. See, there's a scar, anapausis, healing. A wound of some sort. I think it's being recognized as more than just physical. I see a metaphysical wound that manifested into this reality. And I see it clearing up soon. Just like footsteps on a beach, they're washed away. And so will your injury. Your injury will wash away. Might even be a mental illness of some sort. I'm not saying, yes, walking in beauty. Walking, footsteps. I'm not saying you are mentally ill. That's not my place at all. I'm just saying that the more time you spend working on these positive aspects, these pillars of yourself, taking the journey down a path that you choose, you will align with your native ancestors, your past life ancestors. Are the ancestors here in this reading right now? I do feel a strong ancestral connection here. Can you confirm? Are the ancestors here? Yes, they are. The magician. And they only appear for those who request them. If you don't request your ancestors, they won't appear. Because it's in the intention that you set that allows you to flow gracefully with their higher knowledge, with their light, with their magic, with their manifestation powers. What other messages do your ancestors have for you? Ten of Swords. I see that as a warning. Your ancestors are warning you of something. Thank you. 5 of Swords, 9 of Wands. Huh. This is a warning. Your ancestors are warning you of something. Okay. Okay. Let me figure out the timeline of this warning. I don't know, is this happening to this individual here, or is it happening to someone that they know? Is this a warning for the collective, or a warning? I'll just keep it at, is this a warning for this person specifically? Yes, Queen of Pentacles. It might have to do with your state of living, your sense of living. I don't think it's going to be taken away. No, I don't see it being taken away with the 6 of Cups. I see it being challenged. I see people that don't see your power in the way almost seeing like people trying to challenge challenging you, testing you. How should the collective move forward? 2 of Pentacles. Stay grounded, stay centered, stay adaptable. Seems like it'll be just one thing after another, one sword after another, one wand after another. And you're just called to balance yourself and remain playful. Remain playful in the face of bullying, in the face of people not understanding where you're coming from. That's what I'm sensing. Thank you for... Oh, man. That's past life activation, huh? It's that past life. People might be intimidated. People might be a bit intimidated by your bright light of knowledge that you hold in so many different realms of life. Because some realms of life are not as finely paved as others. Okay, this will be my last message to you, and I will be out of your hair. Just any Lightworker Oracle. I'll take the top 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Grounding, Soul Child, Initiation by Fire. Yes, recognize your body and its connection to Earth and purify it as often as you can, and remain hopeful of any children that you may know. Keep them hopeful. People might be People might try and rain on a child's parade. That's what I see. It's kind of like whenever somebody tells a kid that Santa Claus isn't real. I see that might be an issue. Or even believing in it yourself. Just take time and rest into this karmic cleansing, initiation by fire, purifying energy, so that your body can remain as flexible, as grounded, as an instrument. That is all I have for you today. With love and gratitude, Namaste.